in this paragraph of Yaakov, that he's the seichel, and because he's the seichel, he has chen. Means Yaakov Avinu can see Hashem in every detail in the creation and in every in everything that happens with him in his life. And when you have this power to look on life in this way, that every place I see the light of Hashem. What does it mean, the light of Hashem? I see everything different. I see everything in a different aspect that everybody sees. You know, you come into a house, you see, wow, there's a big poverty there. You know, like one of the rich people came over to the Chafetz Chaim, and he was the Gdol Hador. Mm-hmm. And he says to him, how can you live in this kind of an apartment, you know, so small and dark, and you're in real poverty? He says to him, no, what about you? So he says, what do you mean, what about me? He says, I don't see anything special in you. He says, what do you speak about? You know, I'm here, I'm on the way, you know, I have a palace, I have everything, you know. I have meshartim, you know, servants, and everything I have. So where are they? I'm on the way. So the Chafetz Chaim told him, okay, now I'm on the way also. I'm in this world, it's only on the way. I came from Garden of Eden, and I'm going back there, you know. I'm here for 70, 80 years. How long? I'm here. So what do I need so much? Yeah? So I see things different. When someone looks at it, wow, poor man, you know, he hasn't got money, and his house is so small, and it's so dark, and if you see Hashem in everything, say, wow, I have somewhere to live, I have a roof over my head, I have what to eat, what to drink, you know, I can learn Torah, I can be happy. So you look at the world in a different way. This is the power of Yaakov. You know, the story. It's not written everywhere, but it's a story that goes in the Masoret. How do you say? Sorry, the tradition. Yeah, that Yirmiyahu Navi, that was in the times that the Beit Mikdash was destroyed. In the same time, it was the time of the Greek Empire, and the big philosopher Aristo was living there, and he met Yirmiyahu, and he was very impressed of his big wisdom. So when the Mikdash was destroyed, Aristo came over to Israel to see the big conquer of the Greek army. So he saw Yirmiyahu Navi crying, goes around the Beit Mikdash and crying. So he asked him, you know, a wise man like you, you're such in a high level, you cry about wood and stones. So Yirmiyahu told him, you know, from these wooden stones comes all my wisdom. So this is what we learned in the beginning. We learned that we said that the chen והחשיבות של ישראל מתעלה. The grace and the importance of Israel goes high. And then when we say that he fell down, now he fell down, we called it chen והחשיבות האמיתי. So we said, why did he change? Because he wanted to tell us that even if we do all the suggestions that Rabbi Nachman gives us here, you know, like learning Torah with all our power and daven for every little detail, yeah, even though the grace and the importance will raise, but it won't come to be as high as the real grace and importance. The real grace and importance of Israel will come only when the Beit HaMikdash will come. again. Why? Because the Beit HaMikdash was the place where spiritual and physical were one.
Come together.
Yeah. There was 10
Shamayim va'aretz.
Shamayim va'aretz. There were 10 miracles. There were all the time. Constant miracles all the time. And everyone that came to the Beit HaMikdash could feel the Kedusha. He could feel the change in himself before the sacrifice and after the sacrifice.
Wow.
Is that, now I'm coming and I'm trying to learn, again and again and again, and it doesn't go into my head, and it doesn't go into my head, and it doesn't go into, and I say, why? Like you learned before, and when you learn in university, you learn, okay, you didn't go first time, no, second time, didn't second time, third time, okay. But Torah, you learn and you forget, and it doesn't go, and it mixed up. What's going on with me? You go to the Kohen, you go to the Beit Mikdash, you say, something is wrong with me. If the Torah doesn't go with me, so something is wrong. I want to make tshuva. I brought a lamb, a cow, whatever. Please. So he says to you, the Kohen just looks at you and says, yeah, you did this and that and this and that and that, and you have to do this and that and that and that, and everything will be okay. Okay, you make the sacrifice, finish. You go, you learn, wow, everything goes in my head. I remember everything. I see everything. I can do everything. So you can see the change. You can see the spiritual went into my body, which is physical, and something is different altogether. So this is the real grace and the importance of Israel. Only when the Beit HaMikdash will come, and that's why Yirmiyahu was crying, because okay, I stay clever, I'm higher than Aristo, but I know I can feel how low I went, how much I went down since the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed. Yeah? And the real the real thing is that Hashem created the world with all the wisdom and the grace and the goodness, and everything is here. Only we don't see it, and this is our job as Israel, to reveal the kingdomship of Hashem in everywhere, and the goodness of Hashem and the grace of Hashem everywhere. This is our job, and we don't manage to do it. We manage, like the Muslims came out of the Jewish people, the Christian came out of the Jewish people. Before they did all kinds of statues and all kinds of this. Now they believe in one God. So we moved one step ahead. We did it, But we have to come to the point that I see Hashem is here. And not only I see, all the nations should see. Like they said, if the nation knew how good it was the Beit HaMikdash for them, they would keep it. Avam? My battery is going. Well, I know you're here, but my battery is going to disappear. It gave me
a warning.
A warning, yeah. It's not enough. It is. Okay. Yeah, this is So the check of Yaakov Avinu. Now what we learn now is we learn that Yaakov Avinu passed the test. What was the test? The test was, can you see Hashem everywhere? Can you reveal to others the grace of Hashem, the importance of Hashem, the shame that Hashem is leading everything? Can you reveal it? Abraham Avinu had students. They all left him. Yitzchak Avinu had students. They all left him. Yaakov Avinu had students. They all left him. Okay, to your kids you can give it? Yes, I can do it. How can you see it? Yosef got the grace and the importance, right? And he had the power to give it to Binyamin. Okay, so we have it. You passed the test, yeah, because this is our test. If we can give the grace and importance to others, it's not enough, we are not a missionary religion, yeah? But if someone wants to learn, we have to have the power to give it to him. And how do you get the power? Only when you put it into your heart, what you learn, and you do what you learn, only then you have the power to give it over. It's not like mathematics. Mathematics or any other learning, teaching, I know the subject, it's enough, go ahead, give it. You have to have the talent of being a teacher. Yeah, you have to have sablanut, patience. You have to understand your student to see how to feed him okay, but you don't have to live it. Like again with Aristotle, they said that I don't remember who was it that found him one time eating a rabbit, when it was alive. So they asked him, you're Aristotle, you're the big philosopher. He says, okay, I'm a philosopher in the class, but here, I'm just a man, and I enjoy eating like this. Okay. You don't have to live your philosophy. It's enough to know the philosophy, and then you can teach other people. But when we learn Judaism, in any kind of form that we learn, it's not enough to know it. You have to put it into your heart, you have to love it, and you have to do it.
To live it.
To live it, yes. You have to live it, you have to live like this. And then you can give the grace over. So Yaakov had the chance and he gave the grace. And Yosef had the power to give it to Binyamin, which is the end of the spheres. And he had to end it in Israel. And this is the end of the connection of the spiritual with the physical world.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, amazing.
So we learn from this that you can't give a bracha to someone who is lo olam, who's still in the womb. The bracha can only be given after a person is born.
Why?
Because that's what Yosef did. He waited till he was born.
Wow. It's interesting. But I hope you can give a bracha to someone that is...
you can give a bracha to the mother.
Oh, maybe like this, yeah. Because sometimes when she's pregnant with
you need to give a bracha.
Yeah. He needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now there's two clues, when Yaakov says, Ki Chanani Elokim, so he uses the name Elokim, which is the name of Din. Yeah? not the Hashem. He doesn't use the name Yod Kevavke, which is Rachamim, was mercy. Yeah? And הילדים אשר חנן, Elokim etavdecha. And Yosef says, Elokim yachoncha bni. They use the name of the din. So the name of the din goes for the Malchut, that the Malchut is here, is the lowest sphera like Binyamin, and it's here in this world. But sometimes this name goes also for Bina. Yeah? And Bina is also the female sphera, but it's so high, yeah, that there's no din over there. The din comes out of the Bina. From the Bina and lower,
they all come out
yeah,
of each other, yeah.
You can find din. But Bina is only Rachamim. So why the Yaakov and Yosef uses this name and not the name of mercy? Because they say to Esau, yeah, they say to Esau, we are here in this world, but we are not. Yeah, you come now, you come to kill me. You cannot. There's no way to kill a believer, a Jewish that believes in Hashem and lives like it. You cannot kill him. You kill his body, but you don't kill him. You don't stop his life. His life is going on. So then when Esau says, what is all these sheep and animals that you... No, it's a present that I sent you to find favor in your eyes. Yaakov Avinu said, I have the power to change your eyes of Esau. Esau is the Olam HaAsiyah, in this world. And he comes with 400 people. That is Gematria, 400 is Gematria, Ain Hara. Yeah, he has bad eyes. I want to find favor in your eyes. I want to change your eyes. They change your chochma.
Your perspective.
Yeah, but you have chochma. He has chochma. The eyes is chochma. I want to change your chochma, yeah, and to make it into a good chochma, into this chochma that has also the Malchut.
So that's the tav.
That's the tav, yeah. But in a sav he didn't make a tav. No, he didn't really make a tav in a sav, because if he would make a tav in a sav, yeah, so he would change him, and it was the geula then.
Right.
We didn't have to go to Egypt and to be slaves and to this goddess, and if he would make it, this is why Yaakov was punished when he didn't give his daughter to Esau, because maybe she would make the tav and Esau would change. But to change him altogether, he didn't manage to change him. But to change him for the time, he did manage to change. And this change is giving us the chance to live all this gadlus, all this time, because we can find favor even in the eyes of the ones that comes to kill us. Even that we didn't really make the task all the way, but for the time being we find favor in his eyes. Yeah. Okay. So we go again. Now we come back after we said that Yosef and Yaakov is they are like one. So we said that's why it's written in Yosef Chor Shoro Hadar. So Chor is the sechel, like we learned in Yaakov. Yaakov got the Bchora, to be like the firstborn. So he gets double. This is the Bchora. This is the sechel. So
Yosef
it says also about Yosef that he got it. Chor Shoro. Yosef is shor, is the bull.
Oxen.
Ox, yeah. And but shor is the, it means look. Yeah? What does it mean look? Look on the wisdom that is in everything in the world. Hadar lo. Hadar is beauty, but it's beauty with power. It's not only beauty, like you know, you can see a beautiful picture, you know, but when you come to a palace that really lives someone very rich or a king, so it's beautiful, but
it's real.
You have a cover for it. Yeah, you have a fear also. It's not only beautiful and that's it, you know. It's take care. Don't get too close if you are not. If you don't get permission to get close to it. So this is this kind of beauty. And Onkelos he translates that it's Hadar is another word for light.
Radiance, radiance it says.
Radiance, wow. Radiance is nice. Yeah. So what is the radiance? Because the wisdom can enlighten everything that you look to. Yeah, everything you look, you can see the light in it, you can see the good in it, you can see Hashem in it, you can see everything inside it. And even in the dark places. You know, the wisdom gives you the power to enlighten the dark places. The lowest places. Yeah? And this is the lowest places, you know, what is the lowest places? Is the lowest places in our life. And each one suffers from something else. You know, like I just heard a story, you know, an amazing story that a guy was doing coaching. 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 He's a coach. So he took he had a client that was in a very depressed time in his life. So he said, let's go out to nature and see the sunlight. Yeah? That's how we call it in the morning. Yeah? So they went to Sinai, to the desert, to a small mountain, and so they made a meeting in the gas station with the madrich, yeah, with the guide. So they come 4 o'clock in the morning. They wait there. Then the jeep stopped there, and it comes out of the jeep, you know, someone like. He said, I don't know what it is, you know, with the hair like this on it. He looked like an animal, like a desert, one of the desert animals he looked like, you know. Says, wow, what's going to be here? This guy is in a bad situation, depressed, you know. I'm going to, with this animal, what is going to be, you know. Okay, but anyway, he doesn't have any other choice, you know. Okay, so he goes with him. And they go and they come to the small mountain and they get the place, you know, they sit down and wait for the sun to start rise. So this guy says to them, okay, you know, I hope I'm not disturbing you, but I have a disc. Then I'm listening every morning before the sun rise. I listen to this music. So he says, wow. And he cannot say anything to him, you know, this wild guy, you know, he doesn't dare open his mouth. He says, wow, what's going to be? But if it's going to be very bad, I'm going to stop it, whatever will be. Okay, so he put the music on, and he hears the Tikkun HaKlali, you know, in like Mizrahi, how do you say Mizrahi? Eastern music, yeah? in Eastern music, like oud and
like Sephardi.
yeah, Sephardi music. So we ask him, where did you get it from? Why do you listen to it? He doesn't speak. As long as this music goes on, this tikkun hakli goes, he doesn't speak. Now it's like this is his meditations, you know. Okay, so the sun rise and they have a good time, and they hear this music, the tikkun hakli, everything is very nice. Okay, they're going back. On the way back, he asked him, you know, where did you get it from? He says, no, a friend gave it to me. So he says, you know who wrote this music, these words? So he says, no. So he says, this is the words of David HaMelech, and Rabbi Nachman made this tikkun hakli. So, okay. He didn't answer. This guy didn't. When they separate, they say goodbye. So this guy says to him, how did he say the name of the guy? Nachman? Tell this Nachman, when you meet him, tell him that he did a very good thing with his with his job. He didn't know anything, you know. Didn't know nothing, you know. This is what the sechel, you know, goes into the heart of this Jewish man, you know, even that he doesn't know. He doesn't know. I don't know anything about it, but I'm connected to it. And what can I do? But from this day, you know, when I hear this kind of stories, so I know that I look just like him. You know, like, let's say Rabbi Nachman, he's listening to us now, right? So he says, wow, poor guys, you know, they're so low, you know. So I said, you know, when I was making this shiur and writing and this, you know, in compared to Rabbi Nachman, I'm so far, I'm so low, but I have the right to touch, to have some kind of a feeling in this high sechel, in this high understanding. Oh, I don't understand. I don't know what he meant. I don't know. But I'm working with it, you know. And in my low level, so that I look like a 3-year-old kid, you know. In compared to Rabbi Nachman, okay, but this is what I can do. So at least I'm doing what I can do, you know. Like this guy, you know, he did what he can do. One friend gave it to him. He listened to him. This is his 40 minutes or 50 minutes of Judaism in his life, and that's what he's doing, you know. So, you know, like we say in the tefillah, we say in the beginning. We say, koneh hakol. Rav Chesed vekoneh hakol. Like Hashem buys everything. Whatever you sell him, he buys. You know, just sell him something. You know, you're here, you look, you work with it. Sell him something. So this seichel, you know, can light even the dark places, even your dark places. Just make it into a tefillah. 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 We learned already. We have the sechel. Here, Yaakov gave it to Yosef. Yosef gave it to Binyamin. Binyamin gave it to all the rest of Israel. The first king was from Binyamin, was Shaul. Yeah? Was from Binyamin. He gave it over to all of Israel. So I have also part of it. So let me feel, let me see, you know, let me understand. See, when I get into a dark place, yeah, and it's very easy. We get to dark places all the time, you know. Just someone says something that is not exactly what we expect him to say. Wow, what's going on? You know, he behaved different than what I expected. So, oh, it's a dark place. I don't know what to do now, you know. And I'm getting all my temper, you know, all my blood is start...
Emotions.
Yeah, going up, yeah. Okay. So, Here's the place. Look at it. Who stopped here? This man, this woman, this kid. Hashem. So what does he want? What does he want? He wants to give me power. That's what he wants. How do you give someone power? You teach him sablanut, patience. This is what builds your vessels. The patience, sablanut. Wait, look, pick your head up.
Talk to Hashem.
Yeah, talk to Hashem. Know that I cannot move it. It's nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. You know, I came back from the Koil with the bus and I fell asleep. So I missed my stop. I went 2 stops away. He wants something. What does he want? Who should I blame? You know, the driver, my friend that didn't wake me up. What should I? No, you cannot. When you blame someone, you are not there. You are in the dark. Now put your sechel inside and look what I should do. I don't see any sechel. I don't understand anything. So pray to Hashem. Open my sechel. Open my heart. Open my eyes. Let me see something. I'm a son of Yaakov, no? After all, you know, I look how I look, you know. Poor Yaakov that he got such a son like me, you know. But anyway, I'm his son, you know. A father likes all his kids. So, open my eyes, let me see. You know, what did I do? Why should I be worth it? You know, I'm not worth it. I'm not asking because I'm worth it, because I did something. Not because I'm here. I'm here in the world. I have my job to do here. And what is my job? To rebuild Hashem. So here I should rebuild your kingship, and I don't see it. So how can I show it to other people? If I myself I don't see it. So let me see. Let me open. Okay, this is I don't know if I told you this idea that every picture sits on a space. How do you make the space in a picture? Like in the old times, when the painters would paint flat, they couldn't paint the depth. But now you have the depth. How do you call it? This point?
Perspective.
Yeah, but there's a point that disappears. Yeah? But the point that is disappearing, the ofek, how do you say ofek?
Horizon.
Horizon, maybe. The end of the sight that you
Horizon.
See. Horizon. Yeah? The far the horizon is, the bigger the space is.
True.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, I cannot hold this teaching in my head. But I learn, so my horizon is much
Big.
further. So my space is much bigger. The space where I live is much bigger. If the space that I live in is much bigger, where is this space? It's in my heart and in my brains, which means I can have much more patience, because I can paint much more things in my drawing, in my paint. So we learn very high things. You know, part of them we cannot do it, and maybe we won't be able to do it all our life. But because we make far the distance of our horizon, how do we call it?
We expand our horizon.
We expand our horizon, yeah. So I expand the place in my heart and in my brains. So at least I live good life in my level. It's always it stays in my level, but make it higher. in 1 centimeter, you know, with 1 centimeter, it's this. That's why this drawing, the tza'aka, the shout, you know, it was sold for millions. the strongest point in this drawing is the point where it disappears. It's very strong, the point, and this is what makes the picture. So for us also, I'm looking up high to heaven. I'm looking to the high madrigas. I want to see Hashem everywhere, all the time. What, do you want to be a prophet? Yes. I want to be a prophet. Why not? Why not? The will, I can have the will. No one stops me from wanting. I want to be a prophet. I want to be higher than Yirmiyahu and higher than Moshe Rabbeinu. I want to be the highest. Okay. That's good.
Work on it.
Work on it. Start working it. How do you start working it? Yaakov Avinu. Yaakov Avinu. He gives you the teaching that you can be a prophet. So if you won't be now, you will be tomorrow. If not tomorrow, so after tomorrow. If not, so after Tchiyat HaMetim. When you wake up, when the Mashiach will be here, he says to him, "Oh, Ehud, you want to be a prophet? Here, you get it. Here's the Bet HaMikdash, here's the Kohanim, here he bring a sheep, everything will be okay, everything will finish. Now you can hold all the teaching, all the lessons that you learned. Now you can hold it, yeah, now you can have it, and now you can be a prophet." And it's written in the Navi, it's Yeshayahu, that when Mashiach will come, we all have the level of the prophets, but it will be like the sea covers the land in all kinds of depth, because it can be 1 meter and 1,000 meter depth. So it depends how much we work, how much we want, how much we learn, and the main point is the will. I want my horizon to be as far as possible. Baruch Adonai L'olam, Amen v'Amen.